Hi everyone, Samantha here from Holistic Wellness, nutritionist and women's holistic health coach. I'm sharing with you today my best tips for getting the brightest, whitest, most beautiful smile and keeping those pearly whites white and shiny and supporting your gums and strengthening your gums. So with these tips, you're gonna have less visits to the dentist, which is what we all want, right? We're gonna save a lot of money this way. So I'm gonna share with you my dental routine and what I do to support my teeth and to keep my teeth white and to support my gums. And before we even get into that, I'm gonna share with you a little backstory of how this all started. So it was a couple years ago and I had for the first time in years gotten my first cavity. I must have been, and this is maybe, 3 or 4 years ago now. And so I remember freaking out. I was at the dentist, was having a regular checkup, and the hygienist said, "Oh, you have a cavity developing." And so I went home, being the first cavity ever that I had gotten in my life, I went home and I started to do tons of research. And I just really knew that there was a way that I could heal my teeth naturally, that I could reverse this cavity. And so I started to experiment with different essential oils and coconut oil and baking soda and even things like activated charcoal. And I was using all of these different things from all the research I was gathering. And sure enough, when I went back to the dentist about 8 months later to do my checkup, she looked at my teeth and she said, "You don't have a cavity anymore. Your teeth look phenomenal. They're white. Your gums are incredibly healthy. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it." And I had her check on that cavity like 3 or 4 times during that visit because I just couldn't believe it. She had literally told me my cavity was gone. And so the routine that I had followed throughout that 8-month period of trying to reverse my cavity is what I currently do now. And it's what keeps my teeth healthy and strong, and it also helps with less dental visits, which is really great. So I'm gonna run you through what I currently do and what I use, all right? So first, you wanna start with a salt rinse. And this is basically, you're making like a salt brine. What you wanna do is get a mason jar, fill it with warm water, and you're gonna add in some Himalayan salt crystals, as you can see that I've got in there. So you can find these unrefined, completely natural salt, Himalayan salt crystals at the health food store. They are just big chunks of salt. If you don't have this, just use a really good quality sea salt and use maybe about 1 to 2 tablespoons of salt, okay? And you're gonna pour it in here, add the salt in here with some warm water, let that sit. Over time, the salt will start to dissolve, okay? This is going to become your salt rinse. When you get up in the morning or when you first start brushing your teeth and getting ready, before you even brush, rinse your mouth with salt. It's gonna help with the alkalinity of the mouth, okay? Then you want to brush and scrape your tongue. Crazy, right? Well, 50% of the bacteria in your mouth is actually on your tongue. In fact, if you take care of your tongue and scrape your tongue, you will even have improved taste buds, which is pretty cool, right? So you can use the back of a spoon, or you can actually use a tongue scraper. You can find these at most health food stores. I love that this one comes with a little baggie, so when you're traveling, you can keep it in your bag. This is from Dr. Tungs, Tungs. And so you just basically put this in your mouth and scrape. Yes, there will be kind of this gross white film that comes off, but that's a good thing. So do this first thing in the morning because a lot of bacteria can build up overnight in your mouth. All right, then you want to floss. And I also use the Dr. Tungs floss. It's very flexible, so it's great for getting in between the teeth. And when you floss, you want to take it up a notch by using the Hippie Floss Oil. So the Hippie Floss Oil and the Salty Kisses, these are the products that I developed over the last few years and were the products that I started to use and make at home when I was healing from that cavity. And now they turned into actual products that you can get, and they are available on my site at Holistic Wellness, okay? So take your floss, and what you wanna do is take a drop of the Hippie Floss Oil, add a drop to your finger, and glide the oil across your floss. So then you would floss regularly, and what's happening is you're getting all those antibacterial properties from the essential oil right into the gum line, right? So it's really important for getting rid of that bacteria and strengthening the gum line, okay? So add the oil to your floss. Then you want to brush. This is the Salty Kisses toothpaste. Salty Kisses, I know it's a really fun word, but or name, and the reason it's called that is because yes, there's a lot of salt in here. Salt, again, is going to help with the alkalinity of the mouth. This is also in a base of coconut oil, which is also antibacterial. It has baking soda in it, some essential oils, a little bit of xylitol, and it also has MSM, which is a sulfur compound. And that compound can help to regenerate tissue. So it's amazing for strengthening the gum line, okay? So it is probably unlike any toothpaste you've ever used. There's no foaming agents in there. There's no, toxic, weird preservatives in here. And what's really important is that there's no glycerin. So glycerin, it's not that it's toxic, and you will typically find this in a lot of natural toothpastes, but glycerin will create a fake coating on your teeth, and it stops your saliva from actually getting to your teeth. And the role of your saliva is to protect the enamel. So you don't want this glycerin on your teeth. You want the saliva to be able to get to the teeth and to really support that enamel, okay? To get the glycerin off your teeth, you would have to rinse a good 30 to 40 times to get it off. So we don't want toothpaste with glycerin. Okay, so then we've got this down. Now let's talk about your toothbrush. What kind of toothbrush should you actually use? So I love this ionic toothbrush, and it's an ionic toothbrush, which means that it actually pulls off bacteria from the teeth. So you can pull off about 40% of the bacteria in your mouth just from using this toothbrush. So it's really going to be incredibly beneficial for supporting your gums and your teeth, okay? It's definitely something I would suggest you invest in and have it be a part of your dental routine, okay? So this is the toothbrush I love. I also use an electronic toothbrush, and I think they're really great, but sometimes they can be abrasive and a little harsh on the teeth. So when you use an electronic toothbrush, make sure that you're just using it to polish your teeth and that you're not really using it on your gums, okay? So that's it. You've got your salt rinse, tongue scraping, flossing, and then brushing your teeth using an ionic toothbrush. Even with the Hippie Floss Oil, you can add a few drops of this to your toothbrush and then put your toothpaste on it and then brush that way. So more beneficial antibacterial properties are getting in your mouth and in your teeth when you're brushing. So guys, for any more information on dental health, you can head on over to holisticwellness.ca, and to find these products, you will also find them on holisticwellness.ca. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care.